If you've seen our time-lapse reconstruction video, you'll know that we're now using pattern fills to give us a head start with the cloning. This can be a significant improvement. Here's what we were able to achieve by using several pattern fills on this page. You can see that we've been able to remove much of the acidic ink burn through. However, we've also lost some things we wanted to keep, particularly the stave lines. So we're asking some of our volunteers to help us with the process of retrieving these stave lines. Firstly, you need to head to the Layers tab on the right and make sure that you've selected the group folder in which the pattern fills are contained. And make sure you've clicked on the layer mask. When we work on this layer mask folder, we affect all the pattern fills underneath. Next, we need to zoom in and select the eraser tool on the left here. If we then press the caps lock key, we can see the current size of our eraser here in this circle. If we go to the top left-hand corner and click this little arrow, we can change the size of our brush. We need it to match the size of the stave lines. This is usually about 10 to 12 pixels. And we also need to set the hardness to 0% so the brush is as soft as possible. If we compare our brush to the stave line, we can see that 12 pixels is about right in this case. If some of the stave lines have almost disappeared completely, like this one at the top here, we can change the opacity of the layer temporarily to give us a guide as to where we need to erase. Head to the right and the Layers tab again. Click this arrow next to opacity and move the slider until the stave lines begin to reappear. We can use this as a guide while we're erasing and then return the opacity to 100% when we're finished. To start erasing then, click at the first point on the line, then holding down the Shift key, click again further along the line. This erases a horizontal straight line between the 2 points that you clicked at. Unfortunately, due to Sadler's wonky stave lines, we can't simply click at the beginning and end of each line. If we try this, it initially looks fine. When we zoom in, we can see that not only have we lost the bottom of our stave line here, but we've also revealed some of that rusty burn-through colour that the pattern fill has removed here. To avoid this, we need to work in small sections across the line. There are two ways to undo an error like this. Firstly, if it's an error that's just been made, Command Z will undo it. If we want to erase something we did a while ago, such as this section here, I can press the X key, and now when I erase, it restores the layer mask. You need to remember to press the X key again before you restart erasing. And then I can keep working across the line. If I zoom out a bit, I can check my working by increasing the opacity again. And I can see that I have got a continuous line. You need to restore all the stave lines on this page in the same way. You'll notice that the pattern fill has also interfered with some of the text and notes, but don't worry about this for now. What we'd like you to do is focus on retrieving the stave lines for us. When you have restored all the stave lines on the page, save your work and return it to the Tudor Partbooks team.